Well, we survived another holiday, and having gone through it, I predict that one of the leading causes of seasonal depression is the ridiculously repetitive Christmas playlist schlepped out every year in department stores, on holiday radio stations, and at your old-timey parents' house. You know the ones. Jingle Hell, Deck the Halls with blood and guts, I Saw Three Ships a-sailing. Sure, it's nice to hear in Silent Night and Let It Snow around the holiday season because it's part of the tradition, but around the 50th time Last Christmas oozes out of the speakers, you're ready for an old candy cane lobotomy. So, I offer a solution tonight on Media Mixtape Meltdown. This is the top 10 underplayed Christmas songs. I'm not referring to individual recordings, but original songs as a whole. Now, choosing the tracks for this list was a long, difficult process that involved careful planning to ensure that I represented a variety of quality tunes. It's not like I just wrote down a bunch of song titles on pieces of paper, threw them into a hat, and pulled them out at random. Number 10, it's a Marshmallow World, written by Carl Sigmund and Peter DeRose.
It's a marshmallow world in the winter, when the snow comes to cover the ground.
Now, I hear this song every year, usually performed by Bing Crosby or Dean Martin. The version I'm playing is my favorite recording, sung by Darlene Love and produced by Phil Spector.
And the sun is red like a pumpkin's head, it's shining so you know it's gonna freeze.
Though it's a largely recognized song, Marshmallow World usually gets played once a year, and then never again. A kitschy little song like this deserves a bit more recognition. After all, a world made of marshmallow sounds delicious.
It's a young, yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl.
It's a lighthearted ditty that paints a wonderful simile of comparing the snow-covered fields to a land of creamy dessert. A yum yum yummy world indeed. Number 9, Lumberjack Christmas by Sufjan Stevens.
Oh no, the rugged soul, the great backyard and the cold North Pole. I resent that Santa went and left us in the Alamo.
Ah, Sufjan Stevens, that one-man music-making machine. When it comes to Christmas music, Sufjan Stevens has 2 albums worth. Songs for Christmas, released in 2006, and Silver and Gold, released in 2012. Altogether, that's 100 songs! I'd be here all year reviewing this thing. But among all that Christmas clutter, one of these songs still remains my favorite, Lumberjack Christmas. The quirky alt-folk music gives you sensations of both jolly warmth and biting cold. We're not transported to a happy marshmallow world, but to a frosty frontier where the only thing to keep you warm is that bottle of whiskey. The lyrics play around with festive images and, like any song by Stevens, conveys much honesty.
If drinking makes it easy, the music's kinda cheesy, the specials on the TV.
Yeah, the whole spirit of the season is hokey and overwrought with frivolous frivolity. Well, that's why we like it. And that's why I like the song. Number 8, Dobry Vitya Tobi, a traditional Ukrainian song. Yeah, I'm going old school with this one. And chances are, unless you have a traditionalist Ukrainian relative, or you are Ukrainian, then you've probably not heard one of the nation's most popular carols. Even though this is a religious song announcing the birth of Christ, it is usually sung upon entering someone's house. Lyrics translate to something along the lines of, "Hey homeowner, did you hear about this Jesus kid? He's the son of God. Rejoice." Well, a little late on delivering that news, but then again, mail is always a little slow around the holidays. Oh, and here's a bunch of Ukrainian celebrities performing this song.
Добрий вечір тобі, пане Господи.
There's her and him, and I think that's Ukrainian Joey Fatone. Well, like anything old and musky, this song was popularized around the world by a Eurovision sensation. In this case, singer Ruslana. Meanwhile, we're stuck with Taylor Swift covering Wham! You know, we really need some more Eurovision on this side of the Atlantic. We need more Lordi and Jedward. Okay, maybe just a little Jedward. Number 7, Torches by John Gilbert. Let's have a nice, pretty Christmas carol on this list. Okay, that's a bit more apocalyptic than I thought it'd be. But really, it's a pretty hymn that packs a punch like a march to war. A bit more severe in its tone, capturing the mighty glory of the Christ figure that's apparently the namesake for this holiday. Who knew? And I just gotta appreciate a Christmas song that commands you to be reckless in the first verse. Number 6 is a tie between Winter Song by Sarah Bareilles and Ingrid Michaelson, and White Winter Hymnal by Fleet Foxes. You know what's nice? Christmas songs that don't have anything to do with Christmas. I feel like the concept of wintertime ought to be celebrated too. Everything is dead and frosty. Makes you appreciate the springtime, and to a lesser extent the stupid summertime. I chose 2 songs that aren't even considered holiday tunes, but that I think can be inducted into our annual playlist. First up, singer-songwriters Sarah Bareilles and Ingrid Michaelson present Winter Song.
This is my winter song to you. The storm is coming soon. It rolls in from the sea.
This song became a hit in Ireland in 2011 and has been sampled in various movies and TV shows, but the past few years it's kinda slid off the map.
December never felt so wrong, 'cause you're not where you belong.
Yeah, it's a bit more despondent than some of these other choices, but I think we need something like this in the cold months, particularly since the song deals with not being together. You know, travel is difficult around Christmas. So many people miss out on being with their loved ones. Here's a song that manifests that melancholy in a morose melody. Not to mention the music video is fucking adorable. Go check it out. Also at number 6, Fleet Foxes bring you astounding vocal harmonies in White Winter Hymnal. The song conjures many images of wintertime, and for me, brings images of slogging through mountains of snow where ice covers every branch and limb. But what does the song really mean? Well, according to lead singer Ravan Hrothgar, nothing! He just liked the way the words flowed together. Well, that's good enough for me. I think the harmonies in the song are enough to carry it.
And I turn round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall.
It's definitely a chanty that can be sung in a group, just like a real carol. Hell, if carolers came singing Fleet Foxes in my house, I'd give them candy. Instead of, you know, like a restraining order. Number 5, Christmas in the Trenches by John McCutcheon. Based on a true story, this often overlooked folk song from 1984 relays the events of the legendary Christmas truce.
Well, I was lying with my messmates on the cold and rocky ground when across the lines of battle came a most peculiar sound.
For those of you not historically inclined, the aforementioned events occurred on the Western Front on Christmas Day. The British and the German troops, both in trenches on opposite ends of the battlefield, began to sing Christmas carols to each other, culminating in a day-long truce in which both armies met, exchanged gifts, and played soccer.
Sanders played his squeeze box and they had a violin. This curious and unlikely band of men.
It's one of the most inspiring, yet not often talked about moments in modern history. McCutcheon further humanizes the story by singing the song in first person, from the point of view of a fictional English soldier.
Oh, my name is Francis Tolliver. In Liverpool I dwell.
Sure, it's not one of the most technically astounding songs, and the lyrics are a bit jumbled, but I think that adds to the folksy charm. And like any good folk song, it brings up a poignant point.
That the ones who call the shots won't be among the dead and lame. And on each end of the rifle, we're the same.
Number 4, Walking in the Air by Howard Blake.
We're walking in the air. We're floating in the moonlit sky.
Now you probably recognize this tune from the 1982 cartoon The Snowman. Yeah, that old quaint British masterpiece about a flying snowman drifting through powdery white pastels to a dreamlike soundtrack.
I'm finding I can fly so high above with you.
Now, as I understand, in the UK, Walking in the Air is played quite often. In fact, it's one of the songs many Brits are sick of. But over here in the States, as well as elsewhere, it's never heard outside the cartoon, which itself is a bit of a rarity. Strange because it's such a gratuitously beautiful song.
We're swimming in the frozen sky.
Hold on, let me check. Yep, we've still just got Wham! Number 3, Ryu Ryu Chiu, a Catalan traditional. The origins of this song are a bit clouded. General consensus states that it was written in 1553, and sometime later became associated with Christmas. The title, as well as the first verse, refer to the call of the Kingfisher, which in Spain is known as a vigilant defender of its young. In this case, the Kingfisher is God protecting the Virgin. Rio Rio Chia is the sound God makes. Not very intimidating there, God. But enough of that. We all know the ultimate recording of this song is by the Monkees from their 1967 Christmas special. They're so high. Number 2, The Lamb by Tabner. You know, I actually started this list just so I could talk about this piece, but every time I hear it, I'm struck speechless. The late John Tabner gained notoriety for writing choral pieces of escalating beauty. Much of his later career is distinguished by his fascination with Eastern Orthodox tradition, which he eventually converted to. This particular piece, with all its haunting minimalism, is inspired by William Blake's poem of the same title. Since then, it has become a Christmas tradition among some classical circles. Now, supposedly Tabner wrote The Lamb as a gift for his nephew on his 3rd birthday. It's one of those gifts a child would grow to appreciate, like a trust fund or a collector's item. And number 1, Ravan Hrothgar, a traditional Swedish song. This is the fucking jolliest fucking thing I've ever fucking heard. And I don't think you're ready for it.
Räven raskar över isen, räven raskar över isen. Får jag lov att sjunga flickornas visa.
Coming to us from the land of IKEA and Minecraft comes this little tune, which translates to something like the fox sliding over the ice. What does the fox say? This. From what I can find out, in Sweden this song is performed while everybody circles around the Christmas tree. A lot like Dobry Vitya Toby, this song has not only a time, but a place where it's performed. Now, it doesn't matter how many layers of seasonal depression blanket you, this is the song that'll pull you up and drop you into a mound of merry mirth. And I think if we adopt any new Christmas traditions, it should be this one. A world without music is a world without a soul. So keep the tunes coming. Go out, discover new music, and make your own mixtapes. And share the beauty with others. After all, that is the reason for the season. And something about afterbirth.
In this season of good cheer, filling up on fizzy beer, all those glinting Christmas lights, or the ambulance of Chatham fights. Christmas lights, Christmas lights, Christmas lights.
And by the way, for all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white.
Who am I kidding? We all know the real theme song to Christmas 2013.
Santa Claus is a black man.